For me, it's a matter of, and this is what I was trained at Hebrew University, and even before I went to the university, this was my approach is, people say this is what it means. How do we know that's what it means? What's our sources for that? What is it? What do we really know? Somewhere there's a source. Well, they're telling me it's Yahweh, right? Everybody knows it's Yahweh. Every scholar in every university in the world know it's Yahweh. Jews don't know that, right? But
that's a contention. Right. Jews don't know, but
well, so every Jew
knows.
Thinks it's actually what I eventually discovered, which is that it's Yehovah. But now I can prove from the sources it's Yehovah. You ask the average Jew, that's what they think. But in the academic world, they're certain it's Yahweh. And why are they certain it's Yahweh? This goes back to we really have to start this, Michael, in Exodus 3:14 and 15.
Let's go
start there.
Let's take everyone with us on this journey.
I'm going to start with you. I'm going to read you the King James.
Okay.
And the King James changed one word that changes the entire meaning of this passage. A single word was changed that completely changed it. Kind of an important word, right? So, and God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And in Hebrew, it's actually 𝙀𝙅𝙏𝙄𝙎, which is more like I will be that which I will be, but that's not the key point. And he said, thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. Okay. So I am is the name, according to Exodus 3:14.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Even in Hebrew, 𝙀𝙅 is certainly referring to him. Let's put it that way. And then verse 15, and God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Well, there's no name in verse 15, so the name must be the I am of verse 14. And so
I've heard it argued such,
and correctly so, based on the English here of the King James. Meaning, if you're basing it on what you're reading in the English of the King James, that is actually correct. That the name is 𝙀𝙅, I am. However, when you read it in Hebrew, instead of Lord God, in verse 15, what it actually says is, Vayomer od Elohim el Moshe, and Elohim, God, said further to Moses, Ko tomar el bnei Israel, so shall you say to the children of Israel, Yehovah Elohei avotechem, Yehovah, the God of your fathers, etc., has sent me to you. Zeh shmi leolam v'zeh zichri ledor vador. This is my name forever. This is my memorial, or literally mention, for generation to generation. So what is God's mention? What is his name? His actual name is Yehovah. And so then what is 𝙀𝙅? So 𝙀𝙅 in verse 14 is the explanation of the name. You wouldn't know that in English, but in Hebrew it's obvious. Because Yehovah, the name, is a combination of three forms of the verb to be. It's haya, he was, hoveh, he is, and yehyeh, he is to come, or he will be. Now, every Jew knows that's the meaning of the name. What's really interesting is recently I had a discussion with Binyamin Tzedakah. He is the top Samaritan scholar in the world. He's written 108 books, this guy. And he says to me something really interesting, and we'll get back to him hopefully later. But he says to me, do you know what the name means? I said, I know what it means, but you're a Samaritan. What do you think it means, right? And he says to me, it means he was, he is to come. He will be. He was, he is, he will be. So the Jews know this and the Samaritans know it. You know where else you find this, Michael? I think you do know. It's in the book of Revelation. So you have the book of Revelation has he was, he is to come, or he will be. He is to come is a translation essentially of yehyeh, he will be. And so you have this in the Jews, the Samaritans, and the New Testament. Now you can't tell me, well, the Jews looked in the book of Revelation, that's where they got it. Obviously, they got it from a common source, right? And the Samaritans certainly aren't getting it from the Jews. So where are they all getting this from? So I asked this to Binyamin Tzedakah, how do you know that's what it means? And he said, it's obvious from Exodus 3:14. So he's a second witness. Okay. I said that for years. When you read it in Hebrew, 𝙀𝙅, I will be, is the explanation of the name Yehovah. How is it an explanation? Well, this has to do with how Hebrew verbs are structured. So essentially, you take those three forms of the verb, haya, hoveh, hieh, you combine them, and you get Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh, God's personal name. And that's why he's saying, I will be, has sent me. And then he explains, okay, just so you know, that's just a one-time title for now. But my name for generation to generation, my eternal name is Yehovah. That's his eternal name. That's what Exodus 3:14 to 15 means.